Heyo! So it's time for things that take up space in my brain, part 9. So yesterday we went swimming, and it reminded me of a time when I was maybe not so nice slash alert. uh, Anyways, we went swimming a few years back, and the way that we have a YMCA membership, and I guess the way that the YMCA works it, as far as I understand, is there's like a 2 hour window for kids and families to swim. And then, other than that, it's essentially just all adults. And we, Pete had a day off on I think it was when he was in the oil field, because he had a day off on a weekday. And we went in at like 4 or 5 or something like that. It was like 4, but it was open swim, and they have open swim and free swim, and so I think that's what they used to call it. I don't know what they call it now, but they used to have like open swim and free swim, and I never really understood the difference, but I guess the difference is like one is just kind of like, hey, we don't have anything going on. You're welcome to come swim and exercise and do your own thing. And the other one is this is when kids and families are allowed to come, I guess. But anyways, so Sarah and I get to the pool first, and there's this lady with this kid in there, and Sarah and I get in, and I'm working with her, and stuff like that. And the lady's like, I don't remember what she said, but she said something about us being there, and like literally my first thought was, you're here with a kid too, like what's your problem? Because she was saying something about like me having a kiddo, and I think the whole situation kind of boiled down to she didn't communicate very well, and I didn't understand like who she was, and or what she was saying, because we had checked with the person when either that day when we came in or the day before, and we were like, hey, are we fine to come in at this time? And we were told yes. And so she basically is saying like, no, like you guys can't be here. And I was confused, and so I was like, okay, well. And so Pete and my son came out, and Pete and Lewis came out, and I said, hey babe, like this is what she's saying, but this is what they told me yesterday. Will you just go check with the person at the front? And she just completely has like this uh, indignant look on her face. And I was really upset. Like I was irritated because I'm like, okay, maybe she's like a swim coach or something like that, and she's like having a swim lesson with this boy, and like there's just something here that I'm not seeing. But I was frustrated because like she wasn't communicating very well what the heck was going on either. And so anyways, I was just kind of like, whatever. And so sent Pete out, and Pete was like, yeah, I guess that they said that it starts at 6 when you can have your kids and stuff. And I was kind of like, okay, cool. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We go and we get in the showers. We rinse off real quick. Well, as my daughter and I are in the showers rinsing off, she walks by, and I see that she is wearing a red lifeguard swimsuit. So to this day, I still feel like a bit of a jerk about that because I was arguing with the lifeguard, not knowing that she was a lifeguard. Like, she didn't say anything, and I didn't really think anything about the fact that her swimsuit was red because really all I could see was like the straps and the top part, and I wasn't really paying attention to it as a whole. And she didn't like say I was a lifeguard, I work here, like nothing like that. And so I was like, there definitely was just miscommunication all around, but I definitely still feel like a jerk because, obviously I didn't believe her, but I also didn't know that she worked there. So it was just a debacle, but I still think about that sometimes. I'm like, that lady must think that I am like a royal jerk. I am probably one of her Karen stories of this lady who was entitled to the pool, but really, honestly, it was just a misunderstanding, and I still don't fully understand why at least our local branch of the YMCA works it that way. I know that not everyone loves kids, and so maybe that's just a way to keep, kids confined to a certain point. And I know kids can come in and cause trouble and stuff, but I don't know. The whole thing just kind of still confuses me to this day. So it is what it is. I probably will never see that woman again, and if I did, I honestly probably wouldn't recognize her, unfortunately. But yeah, I was definitely probably a little bit of a Karen without, I would say I probably was, without meaning to be, just because of lack of communication and confusion on my part. But, anyways, that's things that take up space in my brain, number 9. I hope you guys are enjoying these, and yeah, love you. Bye.